I think there's a nice update as of right now when it comes to XCN. And what is that? Not too long ago, Onyx did put a post on X and it said that XCN/USDT is now live on PancakeSwap v3 with $1.5 million in liquidity. So I think this is pretty interesting. I mean, I actually did talk about Onyx and the proposal that it was going on, or having, I should say, when it comes to PancakeSwap and, kind of regarding also the BNB chain in one of my previous videos. But even besides that, the fact that I'm seeing stuff like this really excites me because, first of all, when I take a look at PancakeSwap, massive decentralized exchange. When I think about the BNB chain and I think about DeFi, aka decentralized finance, I think about PancakeSwap. So that again is very amazing to me. Many people out there, they know Uniswap, which is, very popular, of course, a decentralized exchange. But then number two is like basically PancakeSwap, according to many people. So I like this. And of course, BNB chain, very massive. I mean, a lot of recognition. So I just like seeing stuff like this, generally speaking. And I like Onyx because even though some people out there like to complain and say, oh, it's not doing that much and all this type of stuff, well, again, we have to take a look at what's really kind of going on with Onyx. I mean, they still have Goliath, and hypothetically, what could that be in the future? Only time will tell. We'll have to wait for the mainnet, at least. I want to wait for it before I can truly kind of see whether or not Goliath is really going to be this amazing layer one blockchain for the world of finance. But even besides that, they still have stuff going on, and seeing stuff like this as well does excite me. Now let's take a look at some people out there who may be thinking, oh, again, XCN/USDT now being live on PancakeSwap v3 with $1.5 million in liquidity. People are like, 1.5 million? Now I get this, because not too long ago, I was watching a video and Dana White. Now, Dana White is, the person I think about when I think about the UFC and also like, Power Slap and whatnot. But even besides that, Dana White not too long ago mentioned that he held nearly $1 million worth of VeChain. So when people are taking a look at this, they're like, oh, around 1.5 million, let's say in this case, right? They're like, how is that much? However, I don't think this is that bad because it kind of shows the effort and the initiative. Now, some people out there may be thinking, oh, take a look at the altcoin space as of right now, it's not doing the best. Well, yeah, when it comes to altcoins, not doing that good. I mean, XCN in the grand scheme of things had a very massive pullback, right? But then I still believe in it because keep in mind, even despite the pullback, when I was first started acquiring XCN, it was way lower than even right now. So if I believed in XCN back then, why would I not believe in it right now? It's already kind of showcased what it did before, not too long ago, without the altcoin space really even being that good, in my opinion. Without many bullish factors, really. And take a look at this, right? What was Onyx doing back then? Not that much that I really know of. I mean, just think about this. When XCN had that good rally not too long ago, before the pullback, I kind of felt like there was really nothing to kind of grasp onto in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, sure, Onyx, focus on global trade and finance, focus on the payments market, pretty much the markets that Ripple and Stellar are focused on. But then really beyond that, beyond people thinking that, hey, you know what, maybe this could be like a watered down version of Ripple and Stellar, there wasn't really much to kind of latch onto, I would say, in terms of the fundamentals. Now there's more, but then of course the price isn't necessarily doing the best compared to its, previous top, I would say. But I don't mind because at least I kind of showcased that, you know what? XCN has kind of proven that it somewhat could maybe gain attention. And again, we'll have to wait and see what it does during a fully fledged type of altcoin season because I don't think we've seen it this cycle yet. But then what I will do is just stay patient and stay consistent with the projects that I do believe in because only time will tell. Yeah, sure, I can take a look back in history and see how usually altcoins as a worst case scenario peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event, which based on the last one, which happened in April of last year, 18 months from then is actually around October this year. I'm totally aware of that, but then that's based off history, right? I mean, how can I tell the future? I cannot. So then what can I do? I can just control myself and just continue to acquire, hold, and I just wait. That's it. Because let's say XCN were to go to the price of 25 cents, if let's say it even ever does, I will not be able to know the exact moment in which it does that. I cannot take a look into the future. That's impossible for me. But then what can I do? I'm going to do what I did in the beginning because instead of me focusing on things that are beyond my control, I'm going to focus on things that are within my control, and that's myself. And in the beginning, I was dollar cost averaging, holding, and just waiting. And I'll still do that as of right now because, again, when XCN had that pump before, I didn't know the exact time it was going to do that. Like, it just kind of did out of nowhere, it felt like. I was believing in XCN, but then it just did that, right? Out of my control. So then what am I going to do? I'm just going to still wait. That's it. And just hopefully wait for better days ahead. And let's see, were to go to the price of 25 cents, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around $8.5 billion, which is around a 16x from here. I mean, come on. Dogecoin pretty much 10x that market cap back in 2021. I don't think this is too much to ask for. I mean, 2021 was years ago. I just don't find this too outlandish to me, but again, only time will tell. I'm going to stay patient, but why wouldn't I? There's over 600 million crypto owners currently, according to Crypto.com research, which allegedly is more than ever before in history. I'm just waiting because, again, I just don't see why maybe we won't hypothetically see a fully fledged type of altcoin season this cycle, but only time will tell. But again, that, whatever situation happens and whatever goes on in the future, that is out of my control when it comes to the markets, when it comes to XCN. So I'm just going to focus on, myself. And that is just dollar cost average hold. And I just wait. That's it. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It's Winley the Captain, and I'll catch you all in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.